and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. We're in part 14, and just want to make sure that my audio is good real quick before we continue. So, just trying to get an audio confirmation. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, so, we're back in part 14. And, the last time that we played, we left off, by doing a bunch of quests. We did a bunch of side quests, pretty much kind of filling out the planet stuff. I did change the armor. We're doing like a pink, kind of theme. Here, you'll see pink and yellow. It's kind of hard to tell on this, like here, but if we come down in here, can tell better. We're doing a pink and yellow theme now. So now, this time around, we are going to.
I lost it somewhere near the transport terminal. How can you short someone?
Anyway, we're going to help Miranda with her loyalty mission, which involves us going up into the Eternity Lounge and talking with Lantia, I believe that's her name. So yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Best you have, I'll make do.
So yeah, we're gonna start doing the loyalty quests now. I mean, we still have some other things to do, like the Shadow Broker and Arrival and stuff, but we're gonna do a few of these.
If you're hurting for things to do,
She's over here.
after work.
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the Mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No, you and Niket are the only two I trust on this.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
Okay.
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
Lantea, we'll follow Niket's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Niket escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive.
We can handle
They
that.
won't risk anything that could kill us.
I doubt Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. Do you want to give Niket any backup?
Niket can take care of himself. Besides, any armed
like
backup
us.
just draws attention to him.
I'm ready whenever you are, Miranda.
Thank you, Shepard. I appreciate this. I hadn't planned on Eclipse, but they never planned on you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have Miranda, and I think we'll take Morden as well, just because that's who we took. And Eclipse usually has armor, so well, shields too a lot of time. Just really kind of depends on the Eclipse. You know what? Let's take Garrus. Let's take Garrus just in case, because we are close to getting those shields down. Oh, and once we get Miranda, she will get Slam, and we'll give her ranks 1 and 2 of Slam. So, a lot of times when you get to the end of this game, you don't have enough points to get like every one of these. So, typically I'll just, you know, I mean, you have to usually do like a new game plus type of deal. I usually just end up getting at least a 3 on all these points, and then their 4th ones kind of get left. But it's alright. Because, yeah, Overload, we're getting pretty close to getting that done, so...
Damn it.
If we have any
Eclipse
shields, I'd like to get that
gunships.
done.
They'll be dropping troops in the cargo areas.
Because guys like that usually have
Put us down in that cover
shields.
behind them.
Let's hope they really do want to take us alive.
matter, we can handle them.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it! I got this.
Hi, big boy.
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little girl.
Kidnapped? This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all
Oh, yeah.
lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Niket. He won't be helping you.
Captain Inyala is going to be Captain Dead.
Should we be talking to Captain Inyala about this?
You don't want to talk to the captain. She's not as polite as I am.
Yeah?
She's the
kinda
best commando I've
banked
ever
on that.
seen. I've seen her tear people in half with her biotics. And she's getting paid a lot to stop you.
She gets in my way, she'll never have a chance to spend it.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now,
So they
the
have
girl
him
goes
hostage,
back
pretty
to her
much.
father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you? No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
You're
Well,
not getting Miranda's sister. If you push this, it'll go badly for you.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell on your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things to get ugly.
Works for me.
Then let's back it down. Tell Captain Inyala to send backup.
alright.
Got hostile drone.
They burning. There's some overload there, please.
Gotcha! Get me down!
Alright. Okay, well. Our crashed little car. I love these cars, by the well, cars. But I love these things. I think they're a cool design. They very much kind of remind me of, like, they almost kind of remind me of Blade Runner. I mean, obviously Blade Runner cars still have the wheels, but they very much kind of have that kind of feel to them, almost like inspired by Blade Runner. Just not as, like, bulky, more like sleek. I guess it kind of has, like, that sleek, kind of like I mentioned with Total Recall. Total Recall kind of has stuff like that, where the cars are much sleeker. Yeah.
Come on, we need to get to Niket. All targets eliminated.
That guy was floating. Alright. And just looking for stuff, if you're wondering why.
Hang on, I've got one of their radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard, I think I owe you an explanation. Oriana is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I
You just
rescued
want to stop his bullshit.
She's almost a woman
Yeah.
now.
Why didn't you tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
I can understand choosing to go your own way, but you stole a young child from her father.
If you knew my father, you would understand. I wasn't the first
You're
one
right,
he
I know.
made. I was only the first one he kept. I was brought up with no friends, pushed to meet impossible demands.
Garrus.
I wasn't a daughter to him. I don't know what I was. Oriana has had a normal
Soldier.
life. I made the right decision.
You were a
Eclipse
soldier.
knows where Oriana is. They'll be moving in on her soon. We need to hurry.
Agreed. I'm a bit worried by what the Merc said. If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Okay.
I hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends. I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials. So watch what you shoot at.
Let's go
Yep,
find
don't
Niket
shoot
and
toxic
Oriana.
stuff. All right.
Right.
Okay. Some more Paragon there. I think Garrus the entire time was just kind of like, whatever.
They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time your shots.
Okay, well, first of all, it's this here. There we go. 1,500 buckaroos. Alright, Garrus, you see any guys with shields?
Watch for the drones!
Oh, here we go, here we go. Put it all in overload.
Now let's finish you off!
Miranda, you missed.
Scratch one!
Miranda missed her, she missed her overload shot. That guy warp. Warp?
This is
Nope.
Inyala. Keep the bitch back. The kid is nearing the transport terminal.
Can I go through here? Alright. So much ammo lying around. I just want to make sure that I'm looking around for any hidden containers of anything. Resources, money. Oh god. Just in case, you know. Medkit. Oh, and a Metagel was in there. Nice.
We can use this.
Ooh, a submachine gun scan. We got some damage for the SMG. Nice. Got mechs.
I don't care how many mechs you lose. Just stall them, damn it.
$100. That locker.
Hostile combat drone!
Going around.
Firing now.
Grabbing cover. Never stop.
sworn that, like...
Divert everyone except
I was
my
like-
guard from the kit. I'll handle him and the kid personally.
Damn it, I'm not letting her get Oriana.
Minute gel capacity, nice, even more. What do we have? What do we have for that? Like, it's at 7 right now. All right, we got another terminal. Shit. Wrong one. It's this one right here. And that one. $3,000. It's not bad. Make that money.
I got it.
Which you don't, though.
Hostile combat drone.
There we go. Yes. Enemy.
Now let's finish you off.
Go and ground. I love this.
There we go. There it is. There's the overload specialist. That's the only one I'm going to be getting probably in this
We can
entire
cut down through
playthrough.
the cargo line.
Because for the other stuff, it's incinerate with Morden. We have to incinerate his armor. Alright, another 3,000. Go that way yet. We got some Ezo in here. And we got another PDA to hack. Oh, it's that one. Whew. Just in time. Lots of the like the docket packet hacks in this one, rather than the nodes.
Eclipse operatives have attempted to delay you by disabling the elevators. I am overriding their lockdown.
Goodbye.
The kid has reached the terminal. He'll switch the family over to our transport.
Nick,
Oh shit, the cat is in on it.
but that can't be right.
Well, maybe you can't trust your friends as much as you thought.
Maybe the captain knows we're listening in and information about Niket making a switch.
The elevator music.
Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why won't the thing go any faster?
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
Did Niket know that you took Oriana from your father?
No, he just found out about that recently. It was too personal to involve someone else. I never really thought about it, but maybe... No, he'd have to understand why I did it. He knows what I went through.
Well, you know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then I'll have a word with this Captain Inyala.
Yeah, I can't make any calls on this. So, I don't know him.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown. Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time,
See?
Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
Oh.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we...
Surprise! Uh-oh.
Miri.
This should be fun.
Hey, why don't you drop the shotgun, bitch? Never mind.
Niket,
Kill your own people, whatever.
you sold me out.
How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
from a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
Oh my god.
How did
here we
Miranda's
go.
father turn you?
They told me you kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family. I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. Then you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
How much did Miranda's father pay you?
A great deal.
Damn it, Niket.
Oh.
You were the only one I trusted from that life.
He knew you felt that way. That's why he bought me.
So you just took his money.
Don't get holy with me, Miri. You took his money for years.
I knew Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty, but kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her. Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
Oh.
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to take a girl away from the only family she's ever known.
What a piece of
Doesn't
shit.
that tell you what he really is?
Alright,
If you're
well.
working for Miranda's father, that means he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait. You don't want to do this.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
Alright, well.
You'll die for that, bitch!
To the right!
Alright.
Not that one! You're dead.
We need field. Bye.
Very nice! Eclipse mercs near the shuttle. I want to make sure Oriana and her family get on safely.
Alright. A locket, a trinket. This locket has a picture of an Asarian human man. It doesn't look expensive, but it likely holds sentimental value. Okay. Oh, the girl at the... Yeah. Look, I lost it near the terminal. That woman that we kept hearing when we came in. Yeah, there we go. Found that for her. I mean, you can see how much Paragon we're getting when we do these conversations and these choices and stuff. And like I said, there are certain loyalty missions that just require a large amount of Paragon, and the more Paragon that we can get for those missions, the better chance we have of being able to do that, as well as difficult choices that we have down the line.
I can't believe Niket sold me out. I didn't even see it coming.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted. But there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's okay, Shepard. My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried to turn me into exactly what he wanted, I'm my own person.
Any other old friends your father might use against you?
No, I cut ties with everyone else. Anyone I'm close to now works for Cerberus. Or you. My father's powerful, but he won't cross the elusive man.
You still have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you. No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear. There she is. She's safe. With her family. Come on, we should go.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better. She's got a family. A life. I'll just complicate that for her.
No, you should talk to her.
She doesn't need any details, but would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on. We'll wait here.
Up. See, even under all of that hard exterior, Miranda has a heart. Told you, we'd get down to that eventually. Yep, so we got that done, and now she has Slam, she's got a new outfit, some submachine gun, and metagel capacity upgrades. We got 30 grand, we got some ESO. Great mission. Alright, let me... Oh, she's at, well, she's got one in the Slam. That's good. So let's just give her the second one there. I have 2 points now. Garrus has 2 points. Yep. We know what that is.
Oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different, so it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go naturally.
go and give that locket to that woman.
The rock story of Nasana Dantius has come to a tragic end as the businesswoman was killed in her office. While police
All
have
right.
no formal suspects, Dantius
Let's
was
do
no
it.
stranger to controversy, making many an experiment.
So the total comes to 160.
There we go.
Jeez.
Run away.
Pardon me, I'm dealing with damn Ilium travel bureaucracy.
Were you trying to get them to help you find this locket?
Oh, Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. My daughter was young when he died. This is the only memento she has of him. Please accept this. It's much less than I would have had to pay the bureaucrats to authorize a search.
Experience, some Paragon, and 500 bucks. You know, it's not a lot of money, but it works. Okay, so we still have the Shadow Broker stuff here on Ilium, but we will do that a little bit later. Alright, we have a couple of these. Let's see here. Some machine gun damage. Yeah, we can afford it. Med gel upgrade. Yep. Do that as well. I mean, yeah, still just heavy pistol and these so far. We have everything in this. Let's talk to Joker, see if he has anything to say.
So, Commander, you figure Miranda would ever lighten up a bit and... I can't even finish saying it.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Same thing he said last time. Alright. I think Miranda's sister will eventually send us something. Any messages, Kelly? Are you gonna... No. Alright, well. Alright, full up on everything. We got 127,000 so far. Alright, let's see here. I think what we'll do is we'll help Tally next. I think we'll do her loyalty mission. And of course, we do have a couple of these places over here. We have Micah and Paz, so let's fly all the way out to Micah. We actually have this right here. Is Ruffle. Largest of the Ezo trio, Israfel is a silicate-heavy carbonaceous asteroid. It's home to approximately 40 species of microorganisms in its liquid water and was blamed for the source of the prion-based biomorphic agent EHE, exotic humanoid encephalopathy, used by the terrorist group Totenkopf in their attack on Gagarin Station in 2184. You know, anything that sounds German is never good. Like, you never want to have terrorists that have a German name, because that just looks bad for all Germans, doesn't it? Stop having German names. Just call it something in English, like, you know, complete assholes. Why do you gotta have something like Totenkopf? Totenkopf. While many of the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life on the Prion level, the asteroid and its ESO miners were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the Systems Alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has yet been found that EHE originated from Israfil or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SSV Manila and a team of epidemiologists maintain watch over the asteroid's ship traffic for now. Population is 1,006. So yeah, there's ESO on this planet, as you can clearly see.
Probe launched.
See if we can get the bar filled, right?
Probe away. Probe away.
Like I said, I think it takes like 25,000.
Probe launched.
Fill up the ESO. Getting there.
Launching probe. Probe away.
That's a triple there.
Probe away.
So close.
Launching probe.
Hey! We've done it. It's like 24-8 it seems like.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
There we go. We're over 25.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched.
There we go, depleted. Cool. So we got our all 4 of the bars filled now. Duma, home to 51 moons, including the prebiotic moon Anaphil. Duma is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant with violent surface winds exceeding 1,900 kilometers per hour. Like its sister planet Elohi, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Elohi, a small hydrogen helium gas giant formed around a metallic hydrogen core. Elohi will be the site of a rare astronomical event later this year. The comet Asara will come in on its orbit of 70 galactic standard years and travel so close to the giant that it's predicted to be captured as a moon. Dozens of space probes from around the galaxy have been launched into the Raheel system to record this moment. Elohi is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not usually form. For this reason, is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Travel advisory. A statistically significant number of distress signals have come from the 1 million kilometer mark around Elohi. Pirates are believed to be working the area. In-person tourism is not advised. So we got a second one out here. Kakabel. The second asteroid in the system formed around an element 0 core. Kakabel is another carbonaceous asteroid with a surface made of hydrated materials such as carbonates and clays. Beneath its icy surface is liquid water with some amino acids. The surface of Kakabel is pitted and scarred with strip mining stations where the Quarians took as much ESO as possible before moving on. So yeah, this planet, the one Israfil, and then this one right here, they're all filled with ESO. I think we're pretty good on stuff for now. One of a trio of asteroids formed around the element element 0 core. Farless is the easiest to mine for low-yield ESO. A carbonaceous asteroid, Farless has a trace of water-bearing minerals and organic carbon in the form of kerogen. Currently, the asteroid is surrounded by Quarian mining ships extracting fuel for the flotilla. So yeah, these three out here in the field, they all have Ezo, which is pretty good. This is a good place to once you get this threshold, come here for Ezo because there's a good amount of it. Garvug. In 354 CE, Garvug was considered a bargain world given to the Krogan to placate them because no one else wanted to live on such a frozen rock. Technically a life-bearing world, Garvug has a small farm belt around its equator and well-insulated marine life in its seas. By the turn of the century, the Krogan had completely adapted, breeding hundreds of younglings per family in vast underground bunkers. By the turn of the next century, Garvug's narrow strips of coral reef had been destroyed by overfishing and pollutants. An excess Krogan took to the stars to find another planet to consume. Garvug was treated as an object lesson by the Citadel Council. The Krogan could not be trusted to check their own numbers. Today, Garvug is a frozen wasteland, home to corporate eco-engineering efforts trying to implement sustainable agra and aqua culture practices. Krogan and Vorcha packs are a constant threat, and the corporation's pay mercenaries well to keep their operations safe. Let's go ahead and refuel. This has 2 stars here. Migrant fleet. A fleet of 50,000 Quarian craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ships. Well, we are going to be here to do it. So yeah, she has this like black outfit now, as you can see, like kind of like Jacob's. We'll give her that. So obviously we're gonna take Tally, and I think we'll take. Let's take Morden because he seems like a fairly neutral kind of person that's not Cerberus related. All right.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
Wow. What a
We'd like
passcode.
a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aboard it. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keela Salai. It's an old ship captain.
Keela Salai.
Blessing Shepard.
Oh, well, thank you very
Tally
much.
helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, Tally. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You did
You
what?
sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tally, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Alright, well. Alright, decontaminate me, folks.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Okay. A little bit of codex stuff. Quarian live ships. Good on that.
I can't believe they're charging Talizora with such
If Talizora can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
Hello.
Talizora of us, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Talizora Vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Alrighty. Here we are. Hello, everybody.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Kill us alive.
Kill us alive!
The accused Talizora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Bitch.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Talizora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Yep.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Talizora Vas Nima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Talizora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
Huh? Nobody said anything about that.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth?
Throw out the V word.
This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
I mean, obviously that's not gonna happen. Alright, well. Let's go.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Loyal.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Well,
you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well,
I call them Peter.
So, can I help you with anything?
Vitor,
I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Oh.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Cal?
Shepard, Tali Zora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
Well?
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
I hope you're right, ma'am. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy.
Oof.
I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Talizora. I've served with her and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Alright.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Alright, well.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Han Gerrel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shala Ran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shala Ran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose
Got 'em.
locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
You guys keep saying this, but, you know, you haven't been able to do shit
If you're
yet.
not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Thank you for
Alright,
the
well,
information.
goodbye.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Yeah, Admiral Zinn is very much,
Tali Zora and her father.
very out there.
This is undead.
She's, you know what? Let's go talk to.
I didn't expect
let's
a
see here.
human to be such a good speaker.
Let's talk to Chorus.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalcorus Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Okay, Quib, whatever you say. I'm gonna ask about the ship name
You have
so
a
hard.
ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
You Quib, fucker.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Calling you Quib
Only
from
that
now
you
on.
should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
Sure.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove
So
us
see,
from our
he's-
homeworld.
Of course they
He's
did.
just
We
like
tried to
Zen.
kill them.
See, he's kind of like Zen. He you know, he wants to bring the Geth back, just like Zen
You
does.
and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
So we're seeing a theme here. Chorus, Zen, they both want to bring the Geth back and try to like right the wrongs that they did against them. Zen a little bit more extreme than Chorus
We
here.
should move on.
Goodbye,
But-
Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
But it really does seem like they're trying to find a scapegoat for something that happened that was not at all Tali's fault.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
Hey, no problem.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit-wetter he always was.
You disagree with Admiral Corus's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I figured.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
That's a good point.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Alright, so Geralt has personal history with Tali's father, but he's also on Tali's side.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything. I
That
don't hear
person's
that my
like,
father may
oh,
be
okay.
dead until I'm in the trial. Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alleray. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alleray soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the homeworld.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
So basically, from all this talking, if you're picking up on this, basically the whole idea is, like, Zen and Chorus, they both kind of want to... Chorus, of course, is he wants to make up for the bad things with the Geth. Zen, she kind of wants to do the same thing, but she wants to study them. But really what you're seeing is a lot of the Quarians are really just tired of traveling in space. They want to be able to have a planet that they can be on, that they don't have to keep flying around in these ships and living this life that they're living currently. And so, you know, the Geth presence is what makes this whole thing a touchy issue.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
I mean, it might not be an accident, but it really isn't necessarily Tali's fault either. That's the whole idea, is that maybe it's not an accident. Maybe another Quarian did this that was on the ship.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who
Y'all
took
just
Tali
bunch of
from her
walking,
mother and put her in the bubble.
immunocompromised.
She cried so hard.
What kind of bubble? What kind of bubble?
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Riel was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What can you tell us about the Alleray?
Not much, I'm afraid. Riel Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alleray sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
So, really, in all honesty...
Good luck on the Alleray.
This could be Rael's problem. Maybe Rael is the person who started this, her father. Maybe he perhaps, was the one that did this. Alright, board the Alarai. We also got a lot of good Paragon for that too. As you can see, we're actually pretty close to maxing our Paragon out, which is fantastic. Alright, so... is it this way?
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Talizora can.
Okay. Beep bop boop.
Shepard spoke well to the Emperors.
Even during the hearing, Talizora's first thought.
Talk to the shuttle guard.
Talizora Vasnima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora. Kila Selai.
Kila Salai. Alright. Well, let's go and take the ship back, shall we? Okay, we all good? We all ready?
Just the thing to help.
Hostiles with optimal countermeasures.
Alright, we got $1,800. $1,500.
Look sharp. Oh, target.
Bitch.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rail Zora ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
So her father authorized them to bypass the standard safety procedures. Break out the laser. Right.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What if it was him that did this? Another $4,200. Already starting to stack up some money. This one.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize. Oh, Keela. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Rail Zora.
Shut it down. Shut everything down. They're in the system.
You mentioned her father.
This is valuable.
Ooh, got shield strength.
Enemies inbound.
$100. $100 later. Just a money pit up here. Speaking of, you know, salvaging everything, look at me. Damn, a wall safe with $4,200. You.
Lockdown navigation.
Okay.
Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Oof.
Watch your right.
Bye-bye. Oof. $2,000 palladium. That's pretty good. Also got a med kit here. With $100. Another wall safe with $3 grand in it. Man, what do you guys? You guys are hiding shit up here, man. You guys got a lot of stuff. Find tons of muns up here. Tons of muns.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left.
Okay.
They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this,
Well.
Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Well, we're trying. We're trying, Tali, we're trying. See ya. See that guy over there? Alright, there's a med kit over here. Let's grab that. There's a laptop, probably with money on it. Yep, 1,800 bucks. Another one, 2,400 bucks. Just stacking the cash.
Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rail Zora is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rail Zora.
Yep. It's looking more like her father was the culprit.
Father!
Yep. Oh god, it is.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe
Hugs.
he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Nice check.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
so much. Oh my god. So much shit like just in here. You guys need to stop having so much like money and shit lying around. Look at this. It's insanity. Here. Just have so much money lying around. Well, like I said, it's these main missions and stuff that give you the big chunks of change. Boy. Hey, got my model flotilla ship. That's the last one. Got him. Okay. Well, seems to be it.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Rail Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Alright, well then we won't. And we can't, because if we do, we'll not get her loyalty.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
We have to...
You're my captain in this hearing.
Cover it up.
It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on.
I won't.
If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Don't worry, I won't. I won't bring it up. I'm looking for loyalty here, and I do good things for them, so I will not.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali Zora survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
We must trust Shepard's offer.
Alright, here we come.
Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Ah, here we are.
Late.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali Zora can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance.
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Han Garel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali Zora saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Look at Morden sitting there on the steps.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment?
I don't know why I'm here.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander
Goddamn
Shepard,
right.
please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
Kila, go fuck yourself.
I can't
Oh,
believe
we've
you
cleared
pulled
her.
that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Tali, about what your father said. What he did. You deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This looks interesting.
Poor Morden. He was just like, well, I didn't really have anything to do. 34 Paragon. Some tech damage. Alright, level up there. We got energy drain. Tali's new outfit. Some upgraded squad members with Geth shield technology. Shield strength. More tech damage. $45,000. And we found like 30 grand in there. Jesus.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. Alright, let's see here. Armor upgrades, tech damage, some Ezo. Guess shield strength. Oh yeah. Okay.
There is nothing more absolute than the oath of an Asari Justicar. You did well getting Samara on our side. She is so elegant and gorgeous. Too bad her manner is just so cold.
That'll be all.
That's
Take
alright.
care.
She's not bad. From Oriana, see? I told you she'd send us a message. Lawson, I hope this is the right Commander Shepard. I'm Oriana. My sister only told me a little, but I don't think it occurred to her that I am as smart as she is. I poked around a little and found an information broker who got me this address. I got to thank her, but I never got to thank you for helping me. My parents didn't really understand it, but I know how much Miranda did. How many little things over the years were her looking out for me. I'm not going to tell them. I still want to go to school and get some degrees. But I wanted you to know that I know you saved me. I had a guardian angel all these years. I don't know if my sister has anybody. She said that she's working for you, and it was pretty clear that you were doing something dangerous. Make sure she comes back alive, okay? Oriana. P.S. Don't tell her I sent you this. It'll just make her angry. P.P.S. Miranda, quit looking at Shepard's messages. Oh, don't act like you don't. It's what I do. Alright. Let's go talk to Joker and see if he has anything new to say. Maybe we'll check up on Miranda, see how she's doing.
I'm glad that mess is over for Tali, Commander. Some of those Quarians. I guess living your whole life aboard a ship can really mess with your priorities. Not that I would know. I'll just burn myself. Great.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay. And also, let's go to my cabin and let's change up the armor color a little bit. Poor fish tank. Anyway, as you can see, we've now got all of the models inside of the ship. We have every ship model now. It's completely completed. Let me see here. These power things. Incinerate armor. Yeah, the combination. Warp barriers. So we need to use warp on barriers. Upgrade a weapon. Alright. Okay. So armor. Let's see here. Let's do like red. Do this like light blue. Shall we? Yeah, like that. That should be cool too, the white with the blue. Let's do the red with the blue, shall we? Let's just keep that. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and check on Miranda, see how she's doing.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny, something we don't share.
Let me know if I can do anything else.
I think I got it from here. My father has no chance at finding her family in their new location. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, and we can talk to Tali as well. You get a little bit of Paragon for having a conversation with them about everything kind of post, you know.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
Problem. See? A little bit extra Paragon. You always get like a little bit of 2 Paragon every time. Yep, and we're very close to maxing it out, so we should, at where we are with our Paragon, we should be able to do everything we need to. So, okay, well, that's that. Good old Migrant Fleet. See you later, Migrant Fleet. Your big rolling ball. Alright, well, now that we've done that, Nexus, see, Kaelston Rift, Cluster, Alright. Okay, well, we should travel to the Citadel. Because we still need to get that package for what's-his-face. And we have some shopping that we can do. I can skip that. Yeah, so now Tali's loyal, so she has her different outfit. So the loyalty outfits are like these like gold kind of outfits. Alright, well, Garrus and Thane, I guess, you know? I mean... Alright, we have 3 points, which means that we can now get the Gush of Shot up to level 3.
I found references to a forger named Fade in C-Sec crime reports, Shepard. that is a good place to start looking. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Alright, well.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy.
I know CSEC too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 faint.
Oh, sorry, thing, cut you off there. Secure
Fine,
Cafe.
fine. I just need to pick up some spices. Amino dextrous and amino sinister.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Yep. Alright, here's the fish. Buy them later. Right, so we have random expeditions on this side. I don't know if there's anything in there that we need to get. I mean, we have plenty of money. We have 156,000, so. Okay, he has nothing. Alright, so Secure Award. And yeah, let's talk to CSEC. Just like traveled as a Kara Ward via the rapid transit, right? Yeah. One of those. Okay, so we can go down here and said that they what is it? It's a package for this guy. A Rob shop on the Citadel.
Greetings, Earth-clad. You will find many excellent ships for sale
Trying to find where that is. Shipping
This
warehouse.
looks like the place. The Forger's thugs should be inside.
Okay.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
The nerve
There.
enhancers say that there are occasional motor control side effects. Jake loves to run. What if it makes him fall down?
Subject Anto Bechtal. Bechtal is a member of the criminal organization headed up by the Arya Talok, often considered the pirate queen of Omega. While Arya's gang is mostly airtight, Anto has an eye toward the outside work. Whether this is an exploded hole, we're not sure. This is Arya Talok after all.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Alright, tech damage. We'll buy that.
It's something to do with the Omnigel modulator's heatsink, right? That's why he asked us to go to Sarin.
Ah, my favorite customer. What can I get you?
I'd like to buy something.
Oh, it's all automated these days.
Thanks for your
I'll
time.
be here if you need anything.
I guess. Alright, well. Okay, so, I think what we'll do is we'll drop a save here, and then the next time we return, we will continue helping, doing, you know, these loyalty missions. So we'll help Garrus, and we'll do his loyalty mission, and then we will do Thane's as well. So get those. Depending on how long they take, we'll probably do either Jack or Samara tomorrow's is a bit tough, so. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this part. So take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.